The woman he called sister, a heartbreak in America. You know, people talk about heartbreak like it's just crying into your pillow and listening to sad songs. But heartbreak, real heartbreak, it's when your whole world unravels from one conversation, one truth, one lie that finally cracks wide open. My name is Adaeze. I moved to America from Nigeria 6 years ago. Life wasn't easy, but I was determined. I was working two jobs in Houston, daytime at a hair salon, nights cleaning at night cleaning offices. No family, no friends, just me, God, and a heart full of hustle. Then I met Chuka, tall, handsome, that smooth Igbo accent that made everything sound like a promise. He walked into the saloon one day asking for directions and walked out with my heart. He said he was also from Nigeria, Anambra State, an engineer by qualification, but doing Uber while waiting for his big break. He understood the hustle, understood me. In less than a year, we got married at the courthouse. Just me, him, and two friends from church as witness. I wore a simple white dress I bought from Ross, and he wore the same suit he wore to job interviews. It wasn't flashy, but it was real. Also, I thought. About 18 months into our marriage, he told me his sister was coming to the US from Nigeria. Her name was Amara. He said she was much younger. He said she had no one here. He said we had to help her get on her feet. Now, listen, where I'm from, when your husband says his family is coming, you prepare. I cooked, I cleaned, I even gave up my own room so she could sleep more comfortably. But the moment she walked in, something inside me shifted. She wasn't younger, at least not by much. She was stunning, confident, way too familiar with my husband. They spoke in low tones. They shared private jokes. One night, I passed the guest room and the door was slightly open. I saw her head on his shoulder and his hand resting on her thigh. My heart dropped, but my mind made excuses. Maybe that's just how close they are. Maybe it's cultural. Maybe I'm overthinking. But then it got worse. She started calling him babe, not brother Chuka, not my brother, just babe. When I questioned it, he brushed it off. Ah, you know how we play, it's just jokes. I wanted to believe him, I really did. Until the day I opened his laptop innocently. I was trying to print something for my new job application, but then I saw a folder titled Amara Documents. Curiosity get the best of me. Inside, their marriage certificate, dated 2 years before our wedding, signed and stamped in Atlanta. I thought it was fake. I prayed it was fake. So I took it to a friend who works at the county office. He searched the system. It was real. Not only were they married, but they had renewed their vows last year. While I was cooking, scrubbing floors, and wearing my wedding band like a badge of honor, I was the extra. I was a side chick in my own marriage. Mhm. That night, I didn't scream, I didn't fight, I didn't cry. I just walked into the living room where they were watching TV like nothing was wrong. I put the printed certificate on the coffee table, looked at him, and said, "You said she was your sister." He didn't answer. I asked again. He looked at me, calm as ever, and said, "Technically, she's both." Both? My body froze. My lips trembled, but I turned and walked away, packed two bags, and left. I slept in my coworker's basement for 2 weeks. I filed for annulment and I started therapy. It's been almost a year. I now live in Dallas. I run a small braiding business and I've slowly built a circle of real friends, women who understand pain and healing. Sometimes I still see his face in my dreams. Sometimes I wake up and reach for a wedding ring that's no longer there. But then I remind myself, I'm not lost. I was lied to. I didn't fail. He just played a role he was never qualified for. Hmm. Now, if you're listening to this and you've been betrayed, I want you to know these things. You are not foolish for loving. You are not weak for believing, and you are not alone.